Previously on Gears.
We had the Class T champion in the Bridgestone Production Car Championship, Graham Nathan, in the studio a couple of minutes ago, and now live via Skype all the way in Port Elizabeth. A man that I was expecting to see a pretty sore, swollen head, but it seems to look okay.
Yeah, hi Sasha, great to be here. Face injuries that heal quite quickly. If you look closely, you can see a little bit of scarring around the nose and that. So, but I mean, in the next couple of days, that should be good. If I lift my hands up, I think you get the bigger picture.
Jeez, Michael Stephen. First of all, congratulations, Class A champion. Is it 2 years in a row now?
Yes, definitely 2 years in a row. You know, last year it was a dream winning my first one, and we went hard and we fought for the second championship. And yeah, you know, all the hard work paid off. The
Audi Engine Extreme team run by Terry Moss. He must also be very, very happy and proud of you.
Yeah, he's over the moon. You know, we work as a team. It's not just the driver and it's not just the mechanics. It's from Terry all the way down. The mechanics, the driver, the sponsors, everyone's involved. So when we win, it's not just one person, it's the entire team. And yeah, as a team, we put everything that we can into it.
Yeah, I'm sure there must have been some good celebrations, Michael, after Kalani. I assume somebody was holding your beer for you.
Not quite. We'll leave the celebrations for the final round. I actually rushed off to the Red Cross Burns unit afterwards to get my wounds treated. You know, just to make sure after driving it there was no swelling and infection. And yeah, all good. And we look forward to the next one.
Okay, we'll get on to the next one. You and I spoke off air yesterday when we were just getting today sorted out. Let's just go back. The last time we spoke to you, you were up here in Gauteng, in Joburg. You were off to race at Swartkorps, and in between the Swartkorps event, which went pretty okay, and Kalani, what happened to you? Tell us what happened to you where you've sustained these injuries.
Pretty much what happened was actually the Wednesday before Killarney this weekend, or last weekend. There was a problem with the rear lift of the truck, and I just got back to work, and the toolboxes and the lifts and everything was on the lift, so it was actually quite a dangerous situation with people walking underneath. So I climbed into the back of the truck and told the guys, let's just try to get it down so that, you know, no one can get injured. And ironically, I went in there was a short on the positive wire onto an oil pipe, and it sprayed oil vapor, which caught fire. Fortunately, I got out of there quick enough to prevent, you know, actually being smothered in the flames. I just got what they call a flash burn, which actually looks worse than it is, but yeah, healing nicely now.
Yeah, still not very present. But you were telling me as well, I mean, you're also involved in the charity angle as well, and it's just rather coincidental and ironic that it's what you were actually going to look at kids for.
Yeah, ironically, we were supposed to visit the Red Cross Burns unit, which is one of Engine's you know, charities that they donate money to, and we were supposed to be there on Thursday midday to go visit all the young kids who have been burnt and, you know, give them some support and you know, uplift them. Unfortunately, I visited them on Friday under totally different circumstances, actually being a kid and being treated. I must say, you know, I went there, they were absolutely brilliant. They took me into, you know, their room. They had the professor, the physio, the doctor, the sister, the nurse, and you know, they took great care of me. And you know, thanks to them, you know, everything's going well and should be back to a full recovery.
Michael, were you the only one in the back of the truck at the time when the spark went off?
Yeah, one of my mechanics was in the back of the truck, and he had a look and he said he thinks it's a solenoid valve. So I said, there's only place for one person, you know, in that compartment. Yeah. And I went in and had a look, and, you know, Murphy's Law, when I went in, it happened. So Jeez. It's one of those things, really a freak accident, but I think it's just a reminder to everyone out there how quickly things can go wrong. And yeah. You know, I'm the guy in the workshop who always tells everyone, make sure you got your safety glasses on, you know, don't get under the car without a jack underneath it and a trestle, you know. So it's a bit ironic that it's happened to me, but you know, it's certainly opened everyone's eyes, not only in our workshop, but I think you know, in everyone's lives.
Yeah, no, exactly. Michael, when this happened and then you knew you had this crucial weekend coming up, Kalani race, you know, you knew that you had this opportunity to extend this points lead and make it out of reach for everybody else. What were you thinking on Friday when you were in a Burns unit not really knowing whether or not you'd actually be able to race.
Yeah, it was certainly a shock, you know, and going back to Wednesday when it happened, you know, as soon as it happened, you go into shock, and the first thing was, you know, am I okay? Is my eye okay, because it hit the side of my face? You go into a bit of panic, and fortunately once I got to the hospital and you know, they had checked out my burns and on my face, you know, they gave me the all clear to race. And you know, I was a little bit more relieved, and I slept a bit better Wednesday night knowing that, you know, it's nothing major. When I went to the burns unit on Friday, I walked in there and I said, you know, what about my face? What can I wash it with? What can I do? And their comment to me was, there's nothing wrong with your face. Just wash it as you are normal. You know, absolutely nothing wrong with your face. And I think that's just, you know, what they see on a daily scale is far worse than, you know, what's happened to me. So very fortunate once again.
Incredible. You like our South Africa's very own Nicky Lauda.
Yeah, they said Mickey Lauda.
Here we go. Mickey Lauda, I like that. So you went back racing this weekend. I mean, you must have been in considerable pain. Did you take painkillers? And what was your objective, Michael? I mean, I know you're a flat-out kind of racer, but did you have anything in the back of your mind where you restricted in any kind of way?
The facial burns weren't too bad. My right arm was probably, you know, the most awkward situation. Being bandaged up, you know, to stop infection and to stop the overalls from chafing. I had the bandages on, then I had you know, my fireproof underwear over that, and then the overalls over that, so my arm looked like a little tree stump connecting my shoulder to the steering wheel. So a little bit of a challenge to change gears. You know, it was a slightly different technique the way I had to hold the gear lever. But all in all, you know, when you went out the pits, you were like, oh, it's a bit stiff and that. But once you were concentrating on racing and the brake markers and that, you know, you tend to forget about this thing, and adrenaline takes over. And
tell us just a little bit about the weekend and how you must have felt when it came to the end of the third race. And did anybody tell you in your helmet, listen, Michael, there we go, you're the champion again?
Yeah, you know, it was a great weekend. Friday didn't go quite so well, you know, with mixed weather and a flat wheel and this and that. But came qualifying, we knew we had the car, we put it on pole, and I think that was, you know, a bit of a relaxing time of the weekend to know that we had the pace to challenge for wins and also just solid points. It rained at the beginning of race one. Henny was behind me a little bit faster.
Yeah.
I was conservative. I let him go, and you know, was realistic about rather losing 2 points to him in that heat than losing 10 by going off the track and you know, having a big off. The second heat, I started fourth on the grid, made my way to second, caught Melville, who won the race, and again just settled for second, set the quickest lap, and you know, started race 3 in pole late. You know, had some Melville was behind me charging in race 3, but you know, stuck it out, won the race. And yeah, there were a few guys, you know, at the end of the day with 1 round to go, they said, yeah, well done, you've clinched the championship. But at that stage you never quite know, you haven't calculated the points, and you know, anything's still possible. It only really sunk in on Sunday morning when, you know, we whipped the laptop out and did the maths and saw that, you know, mathematically it's impossible for anyone to catch us.
That's terrific news, and well done. I mean, it's really been a very consistent and a very quick season as well. So Michael, congrats on that. Last race coming up end of October at Kyalami. I suppose the pressure's off, but I'm sure Michael Stevens still going to go out there and, you know, try and get the hat trick on the day.
Yeah, the pressure is off in terms of the championship, but you know, we're racing drivers. We want to go out there every time and give it our all, and we want to win races. So we're not going to just lay back and let the other guys fight out for victory. We'll be pushing hard. We've got some more things that we want to do on the car before then, and hopefully we can, you know, win the final event of the year as a cherry on the top.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be a great weekend. Will you be totally healed by then in terms of the scarring?
Yeah, I should be. I'm back at the hospital tomorrow. They're going to take these bandages off, and I can already feel that, you know, it's healing. It's starting to itch up the bandages and that. So I know it's coming right. And you know, there's some places where the bandages have lifted and that, and I can see the skin's you know, back to 80% of what it should be.
Chicks dig scars, I believe, something like that. Michael, listen, I think first of all, thank goodness the incident that you involved in wasn't more serious, and glad that you're actually okay. And And then secondly, it was great to have you in the studio now to crown you as Bridgestone Production Car Champion Class A for the second year in a row. An incredible achievement. Congrats to you and the whole team and Terry Moss Racing and everybody else who looks after you.
Yeah, thanks, Ash. It's great to be theoretically in studio. And hopefully we'll see you guys when we're up there for the last round.
No, we definitely will. Look after yourself and congrats to the whole team, please, Michael.
Okay.
Thank you, man. Cheers. Bye-bye. Bye. There we go. Michael Stephen, the Class A production car champion for Bridgestone this year. Of course, in the Engine Extreme Audi. 2 in a row for Michael Stephen. I tell you, watch out, guys. He could make it 3, 4, 5. He's that talented.
At the next intersection, turn on Gears with Sasha Martinengo. Weekdays from 12 to 2 p.m. Central African Time.